As we head into tomorrow, temperatures still below freezing across the Upper Peninsula with some snow showers kind of contained to the northern portions, but I'll have more details on your forecast coming up next.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, we have more details on 3 bills pushed forward by the Michigan House of Representatives today. Plus, we'll tell you more about the recent grant that's expected to keep WNMU TV operational for another year following recent funding cuts. And Michigan football's head coach is unexpectedly fired for misconduct with a staffer. Your 19 News at 11 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
Welcome in. A first look at your forecast. We're preparing for tomorrow. It's still cold. We still could see a bit more snow. So winter weather advisory will continue to be into effect through tomorrow. It's really only going to affect the area out to Sault Ste. Marie. But for tomorrow, temperatures into the mid to upper 20s. We might get some rays of sunshine in there. You have a better chance of seeing some sun if you're down towards Escanaba or Menominee, but still very cold. This is about seasonal, but still cold. You need to be bundling up and dressing accordingly. And I'll have your full details in a weekend outlook in just a few.
Kelly, thank you very much. We're checking in with Michigan's House of Representatives tonight after lawmakers approved 3 bills during today's session. Our Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy has a rundown of what your representatives are working on in Lansing.
Today at the Capitol, the Michigan House of Representatives advanced 3 pieces of legislation affecting waterfront property owners, food regulation, and county surveying work along the state line.
It would be a relief for a lot of my constituents and other lakefront property owners across Michigan.
The first measure would let shoreline property owners statewide remove washed up or free-floating vegetation and debris without applying for a state permit.
Homeowners were struggling through the process of obtaining a permit through EGLE. It was burdensome. It costs money.
The second bill, House Bill 4917, eliminates Michigan's requirement that butter be graded only by state-approved graders. The job would now be left entirely to federal inspections, a move supporters say removes duplication and red tape for producers. Both of those bills now head to the Senate. The last bill aims to help finish the survey of the Michigan-Indiana border.
It actually passed once before, but the problem was there was no funding.
The bill would allow the state to issue grants to counties along the Indiana border to finish remonumenting and surveying the state line, a project that has been delayed for years.
A lot of the boundary markers have deteriorated or disappeared, and so when it comes into property sales and some other tax issues, there's been questions as to where is actually the legitimate border.
The bill provides funding to finally complete the work and allows the counties to hire local contractors with the funding. That bill has already made its way through the Senate and is now on the way to the governor's desk for a signature. From Michigan's capital, Sophia Murphy, WZMQ 19 News.
A controversial gender definition resolution was met with stiff opposition last night in Houghton County. The proposal that was put before the Board of Commissioners sparked hours of public comment. The resolution, authored by Commissioner Joel Karanen, would formally recognize only 2 sexes, male and female. Over 150 people lined up to speak at the meeting, most of whom were against it.
Yeah, it's not anybody's business who, what each individual person's gender identity is, if you're trans or intersex, it's not anybody's business. It's between you and your doctor, and it's certainly not their business, the county commissioners. It's not their business at all.
The measure was defeated by a vote of 4-1, with Karanen being the lone yes vote. WNMU TV has received a grant large enough to stabilize its operations over the next year. WZMQ's Andrew Hans has the details.
Following a federal funding cut of over $1 billion to public broadcasting in July, WNMU had found themselves under pressure, expecting losses of over $2 million across the next 2 years. Now some hope is returned with a recent stabilization grant of over $576,000 from the Public Media Bridge Fund. While this only covers roughly a quarter of the TV station's operations, the fund aims to keep organizations like WNMU or smaller afloat in the meantime.
In the spirit of the grant, it's to help rural stations that lost federal funding, be able to stabilize and then move into a more sustainable model moving forward.
The Bridge Fund was created in August in response to these federal eliminations, and this week has awarded $26 million across 74 broadcasting organizations who in total operate 186 TV and radio stations nationwide.
There was national philanthropic organizations that were interested in helping keep public media alive in the United States, and they pooled their money together to create grant opportunities for stations. And in this round of funding, it was after underserved regions like WNMU TV in Upper Michigan and Northern Wisconsin.
With sustainability as the main goal, WNMU TV will utilize these funds to continue its critical broadcasts such as emergency alerts, educational programming, and local productions such as Public Eye News. On the other side of the station, WNMU FM will not be seeing any of the funds from this grant opportunity.
WNMU TV and WNMU FM are actually treated as separate organizations on a number of fronts. For this particular grant, they were treated separately.
Even with the funds, WNMU will be under strict budgeting this year and is still asking the Upper Peninsula for its help.
This is not a replacement for federal funding. This is one-time money. We've seen the generous outpouring of support from our local community, and we're going to continue to need to see that moving forward.
Reporting in Marquette, Andrew Hands, WZMQ 19 News.
The University of Michigan has fired its head football coach, Sharon Moore. The move comes after the school said it found credible evidence he was engaged in an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. The sudden announcement said Moore was terminated immediately and with cause. U of M called the alleged conduct a clear violation of university policy with zero tolerance for such behavior. Moore took over for Jim Harbaugh in 2024 after spending 6 years on the Wolverines' offensive coaching staff. Moore was the first black head coach in the history of University of Michigan's football program. Members of the U.S. military boarded and seized an oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela today, escalating tensions in the region. The seizure comes after weeks of raids of suspected drug boats in the Caribbean. Erica Brown has the latest tonight.
The operation began Wednesday in the early morning hours. Helicopters approached an oil tanker called the Skipper off the coast of Venezuela. Special operations forces rappelling onto the ship, seizing control. President Trump shared the news hours later.
As you probably know, we've just seized a tanker on the coast of Venezuela, large tanker, very large. Largest one ever seized, actually. And other things are happening.
The mission included members of the Coast Guard and the Marines who launched from the USS Ford aircraft carrier. For months, the U.S. has been involved in strikes on alleged drug boats near the coast of Venezuela. But this is the first time the administration has gone after oil, Venezuela's main source of revenue. Venezuela has the largest oil reserves in the world, producing around 1 million barrels a day, much of it currently under U.S. sanctions. At the White House, President Trump was asked about his plans for the oil aboard the seized tanker.
I assume we're going to keep the oil.
The oil tank seizure is just the latest move in a months-long pressure campaign launched by the Trump administration against Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. And while the U.S. has been targeting suspected drug boats, the president has not ruled out a Venezuelan land invasion.
We are certainly looking at land now because we've got the sea very well under control.
At a rally in Venezuela's capital city Wednesday, Maduro demanded an end to the, quote, illegal and brutal interventionism by the U.S.
The Nobel Peace Prize ceremony took place in Norway today, but this year's recipient was not there to accept it in person. The daughter of Venezuelan opposition leader Maria Corina Machado accepted the award on her mother's behalf. Machado, who opposes the Maduro regime, has been hiding since last year.
She wants to live in a free Venezuela, and she will never give up on that purpose.
Despite the risks to her safety, Machado is expected in Oslo was expected later in the day. Kelly Roldan has your first warning weather forecast when we come back. Plus, angel trees are up in Escanaba, encouraging people to take a tag off and get some presents for kids in need. And a beloved holiday tradition brought the community together tonight at the Marquette Regional History Center. We'll check it out when we come back.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture. Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan.
The kids, they got Santa. My goal, gifts for adults. I give holiday instant games from the Michigan Lottery. They're a fun gift that's easy to give everyone on your list. No one regifts these babies. Am I changing the world? No. But I am putting wonder back into the holidays for adults. This year, gift something wonderful. Give them holiday instants from the Michigan Lottery. I won 100 last week, hence the vest.
We are here, around the clock, in all weather. This isn't a job, it's a symphony. Mending hope, stocking the shelf, and being distant when we need to be. Understanding feelings. We don't have all the answers, but we're always present. Your home away from home in medical crisis. And your support brings warmth and comfort to families in need. Please donate today and help us make it home.
When you need a body shop, skip the corporate shops and outside investors. Go with your hometown body shop, Superior Collision. Our family opened Superior Collision in 2002, and we're still the ones who own and operate it today. Some places talk about community. We actually stand with our community, donating monthly back into Marquette County. When you need collision repair, choose Superior Collision, your local hometown body shop.
MeTV presents Potter Poetry.
Oh, pony pucks, bull cookies, horse hockey, pigeon pellets, mule muffins, monkey muffins. That's what she said.
Watch Colonel Potter on MASH.
Hot diggity, hot saucy, hot mustard.
Weekdays and Sundays at 7 on MeTV 19.1. Now, WZMQ TV 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
And welcome back. A closer look at your forecast. Winter weather is upon us. It's not even officially winter yet, but a winter weather advisory out towards the Sault Ste. Marie area could give you some difficult travel conditions for most of the day for tomorrow. As for today, fairly on par where we should be, fairly seasonal. The average high 28. We hit 25 degrees and an inch and just about shy of an inch and a half of snow. So we've seen much more hefty snow totals, and we've seen colder temperatures. So not all too bad in the grand scheme of things, but a little more cold and a little more snow will make things difficult for the rest of the week. Here's your first warning weather futurecast. You see those lake effect snow bands. It's not by any means going to be significant lake effect, but you know, enough to be a little annoying to drive through. So make sure you leave some extra time in the morning just in case you need to defrost the windshield, get the heated seats going to make your life a little easier. And before the sun sets, we could see some sunshine. You have a better chance of seeing that down to the southern half of the UP, but we won't see too much sun. It's not going to help warm us up all that much. And then another system develops for Friday and kind of take us to the weekend in style. Some more snow, not going to be lake effect at first, but then we see the wind shift, and it's just going to be whether or not you're in a lake effect snow band or not, and it's going to be the difference between no snow or maybe 2.5 inches of snow. So the Marquette area for this particular system over the next 24 hours at least, you have the best chance, we have the best chance here of seeing most of those snow totals. And even out towards the Sault Ste. Marie area where they have that winter weather advisory, it's not so much all the times the amount of snow that you're going to get, but rather the type of travel conditions that you'll be experiencing associated with this system. Now, part of the reason why it's been so cold is because of the jet stream. You see how it pushes up as we get out towards the west. Well, that allows a big old slide for some colder air to dip into the area. That's been the case. We're not going to get that opportunity to get that out of here for warmer temperatures. More colder air is just going to be rushing in for Friday and Saturday. So if you think this is cold already, yes, it's fairly seasonal, but we have colder temperatures setting in for the weekend. And honestly, it's going to be pretty tough for us to get to the 20s. So make sure you have the heat working in your house and in your car. You pack that extra blanket and the jacket in your car just in case your car breaks down. 20s for Friday, and you're going to be appreciative of that when we get to the weekend, because 16, 18, no matter if you're in Marquette, Escanaba, Houghton, or Newberry, the entire Upper Upper Peninsula is going to be quite cold for the weekend. There are some recovering temperatures in store, but not for the immediate future. So it's really important to make sure you're covering those extremities and make sure you have the hat, the coat, the gloves, everything, because with these cold temperatures, all it takes is about 10 or 15 minutes outside to start to feel the effects possibly of some frostbite or in extreme cases, hypothermia. So cold is more so the name of the game than snow. We're looking at colder temperatures to affect us more than the snow. And then we start to slowly see recovering temperatures well into next week.
Kelly, thank you again. Christmas time is the season of giving, and one way to do that is by taking a tag off of an angel tree and buying presents for a child who might not get any otherwise. Our Escanaba Bureau reporter Lily Simmons tells us about a local effort to support one angel tree and how the community responded to the need.
This angel tree in the Delta Plaza Mall is sponsored by the Tri-County Safe Harbor and the Salvation Army.
Each tag has information about a child between the ages of birth to 18. The information on the actual angels is their sizes and then some wish items. We try to just go with 2 wish items that the child might want.
When angels aren't taken, it's up to organizations like Tri-County Safe Harbor to fulfill those wishes.
Every year, usually it's out of our general funds because we are grant funded. Our funding has been severely cut. It just changed a lot of things for us this year as an agency.
Tri-County employee Tara Clark says with only one store open in the mall's main entrance and another in development, this angel tree wasn't receiving the same foot traffic as some others.
The fear was so overwhelming when I saw this tree, and it hadn't been touched since, you know, the last person put the angels on.
So Clark took to Facebook to let the public know about the tree, and in less than 24 hours, people jumped at the chance to support it. Clark started receiving messages from strangers looking to help, and Good Samaritans began stopping by to take tags.
I am so incredibly touched by this. I wasn't really sure what I was doing. I just was basically venting about not being able to help myself and asking the community to come together.
Once a child's requests have been met, tags and unwrapped gifts can be dropped off here at the shopping carts or at the Tri-County Safe Harbor shelter.
It just really raises awareness about what we do. We have 15 beds and they are always full. We wouldn't be able to even help anybody if we didn't have the community's support.
And now Clark says that same community is ensuring local children will have a Merry Christmas.
It is so important that as a community we support those who don't have what maybe we do. There's a child out there who could be touched by what you did unknowingly. That's not for them to know. It's just for them to understand that somebody cared enough to make that happen.
Tri-County Safe Harbor asks that angel tree gifts be returned by December 15th. Reporting in Escanaba, Lily Simmons, WZMQ 19 News.
The Marquette Regional History Center hosted its annual holiday open house this evening. Community members filled the main gathering hall for a special holiday reading from Marquette resident Bruce Klossner to share a family tradition. Klossner reads "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" as well as the Swedish Christmas story The Tom 10, while providing some historical Christmas knowledge along the way. The History Center says the event continues almost 80 years of its annual Christmas celebrations.
It's slowly changed over the years, and now we do it in the beginning of the holiday season to get people together and spread a little holiday cheer. He has been doing this tradition with his family throughout the years, and he wanted to bring it to the public.
The History Center will wrap up its holiday season with the Marquette Brass Choir on Sunday, December 21st at 4 p.m. It's the holiday gift that no one wants, stress. But this year, even more people are anxious as the season gets into full swing, according to a new poll. Gwen Bumgarner reports from Los Angeles.
It's supposed to be the most wonderful time of the year, but to many Americans,
it's just stressful all around.
A new poll by the American Psychiatric Association finds there's growing anxiety ahead of the holidays.
Usually only 30% of Americans are stressed, but this year that number popped up to about 44%. So that was pretty alarming for us.
The top holiday-related concerns: worries about missing someone or grief, and affording or finding holiday gifts.
There is a lot of pressure to have the perfect holiday. People feel pressure to buy the right gift or to have the right spread at the holiday table.
That's felt by Christine Tomasian.
It's very expensive.
The APA offers a few ways to ease the financial pressure.
A potluck may be a wonderful time to have people over sharing in the expenses while not breaking the bank. Another thing is a holiday gift exchange. Pick a name out of a hat. Rather than paying for gifts for the whole family.
Though it's not always the cost of family that's stress-inducing, sometimes it's the people.
I have so many different family members that all want to see me at the same time, and they don't all get along, and it's just a disaster waiting to happen.
The poll also shows 1 in 3 adults worry about family dynamics.
The holiday hope is not lost. It's not just stress. People surveyed also anticipate a lot of joy this holiday season.
In fact, 44% of Americans say this time of year has a positive impact on their mental health and are looking forward to seeing friends and family, good food, and exchanging gifts.
The APA poll also identified emotional differences between age brackets. Young adults were twice as likely to describe themselves as stressed compared to senior citizens. Still to come on your 19 News, we take a look at what kind of travel numbers the U.S. can expect this holiday season. We're back in 2 minutes.
Hannahville Bingo is your perfect night out with friends, fun, and stacks of cash up for grabs. Feel the heat and chase progressive bingo jackpots. Bingo on the hot ball to win. And Friday nights, that's when Cosmo Bingo kicks in. Lights down, energy up, and prizes poppin'. So grab your lucky charms, rally your bingo crew, and get to Hannahville Bingo. It's not just a game, it's your next big adventure at the island.
We know you're wondering, what's Jack's crew up to now? Our brand new barbecue menu is smoking with plates all week and big platters on the weekend. Every Friday night, dive into the Drunken Fisherman, featuring unique fish dishes and sauces you won't find anywhere else. Ready for hunting camp? 4 racks of our award-winning ribs. Plus, order ahead at our take and bake favorites: lasagna, chicken pot pie, brisket, a fresh soup and salad bar, perfect as a meal or an add-on, and more. Jack's Restaurant on Main Street in Rapid River.
I think Auto Armor is a great product to prolong the life of your vehicle. Paint protection, rust proofing, interior, exterior protection. This will be the second vehicle that I have purchased. I think Auto Armor, again, prolong the life of the vehicle. It is an inexpensive investment for the longevity of a high-cost investment. I would recommend Auto Armor to anybody.
Sorry, girls, sorry. It's an all-new Kelly.
That's right. Sarah Snook is here. Give it up.
You play ukulele?
I do.
We have a ukulele.
I am very relaxed.
Oh, yeah. In Fiji.
Plus, Kelly Extra with Mariska Hargitay and comedian Kathleen Madigan.
Are you really into fantasy football? I am.
It is almost a problem. Sometimes it's an addiction that doesn't pay off.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, tomorrow at 5 on WZMQ CBS. You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local, with Kevin Hodge.
Welcome back, everyone. We're getting close to the end of the year travel rush. AAA is predicting another record-breaking holiday getaway. More than 122 million Americans are expected to go somewhere, and this all starts in just 10 days. Chris Van Cleve reports from the Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport.
The next big holiday travel rush starts a week from Saturday, and AAA expects it will be the busiest end-of-year holiday stretch ever. Kelly Walsh is spending it in Florida.
I think you just, kind of plan ahead and just go with the flow, and whatever happens, happens. But it's been pretty good lately.
While the number of flyers is expected to jump by 2.3%, so is the price. The average round-trip ticket is up 7% to nearly $900. That jump comes just weeks after the busiest day at airport checkpoints ever. The TSA screened more than 3.1 million on the Sunday after Thanksgiving, despite disruptive winter weather. AAA's Aixa Diaz.
The delays and cancellations that we saw over Thanksgiving just highlight the fact that people need to have a plan B, at least have an idea.
All set, sir. Have a good day.
The nation's airlines say operations and bookings have bounced back from the government shutdown. Southwest Chief Operating Officer Andrew Watterson.
Since the end of the government shutdown, the air traffic has been very smooth.
Most of the 122.4 million travelers will venture out on the roads. That's up 2% from 2024, and they'll find gas prices cheaper than last year and below $3 a gallon for the first time in 4 years.
we've got cheap gas prices right now, and that's good news for the 109 million people who are going to be hitting the road.
AAA expects the weekend before Christmas to be among the busiest days to travel. Where are people going? Think warm weather spots like Florida, California, Hawaii, Mexico, Italy, and Australia.
Parents in the UK have sparked a global movement to keep kids off smartphones, and it's spread to dozens of countries, including the U.S. Lee Kinneary has the story from London.
Knowing how to be with yourself.
Freedom for parents Daisy Greenwell and Joe Ryrie means looking up here instead of down on their phones.
How old were your kids when they first asked for a phone?
I guess when the kids in my daughter's class started getting phones, they were 8. She was 8.
8 years old.
Greenwell was alarmed, facing a growing body of research suggesting smartphone use damages mental health in young people. So she posted on Instagram, asking, what if we could switch the norm and unite for a smartphone-free childhood?
That post went viral and thousands of parents joined the group overnight. And within a couple of weeks, there were smartphone-free childhood groups in every county.
Join us in this global movement.
A year later, the grassroots campaign had gone global with a chapter in 39 countries.
Hey, kiddo.
Including in America, where this cautionary ad was made.
There's a box in the corner over there with all the pornographic material that's ever been made in the world. I'm trusting you not to look in there, okay?
Okay.
The group asks parents to sign a pact to delay getting your child a smartphone until at least 14 and social media until 16.
This isn't an anti-tech movement. This is a pro-childhood movement.
Many young people who grew up with that unrestricted access are now cautioning others and turning back to so-called dumb phones. Sales of phones without internet are up 150% among Gen Z.
Just makes it a lot easier for families to say, okay, we're going to just wait a few more years. We're going to get a brick phone in the meantime. It's not that hard. We can do this.
Together, getting kids offline.
The Parent Pact that Daisy and Joe's group started now has more than 160,000 signatures. Parents who have committed to keeping smartphones away from kids until they're at least 14. An actor shares his message of kindness as he promotes an apocalyptic TV show. Plus, a beloved board game returns as the star of a murder mystery film. Gwen Baumgartner has tonight's entertainment headlines.
So people know that how they conduct themselves matters.
Actor Kyle MacLachlan is sharing a bit of Wednesday wisdom.
Optimism wins the day. Well, optimism carries the day.
Yeah.
No, I think that I'm like that in life. I am definitely a glass half full person. And I definitely try to, I always just say, lead with kindness. And, you know, because you don't really know where the other person is coming from, maybe you make their day a little better.
He offered his hopeful outlook while promoting season 2 of Fallout with co-star Ella Purnell. It premieres next week on Prime Video. Grammy-nominated artist Pink Pantheress just announced she's extending her North American tour dates ahead of her 2026 Coachella appearance. Pre-sale tickets are available today. British band Gorillaz is using this video to promote their upcoming audio-visual art installation in LA. The immersive exhibition opens in February. Was it the butler? In the kitchen with a candlestick? If you're looking for a bit of movie-watching nostalgia, the murder mystery Clue celebrates its 40th anniversary this week.
How did he die? I don't know!
Based on the board game, the movie was released with 3 different endings and bombed at the box office, but it's since become a beloved cult classic. Clue, the movie, is available to rent or buy on Paramount+.
Now stay tuned. Kelly has our final look at weather when we come back.
Sleep better with a new mattress from Kirkish Furniture. We proudly feature made in the Midwest Restonic mattresses. Try one out today and compare other major brands. Let our sleep specialists help you find the bed of your dreams at Kirkish Furniture.
Chips or cracks, we got your back. Brian's Auto Glass.
Cracked windshield, chipped glass? Don't wait. Call Brian's Auto Glass in Nagani. We specialize in expert windshield replacement, chip and crack repairs, and safety system calibrations to keep your vehicle road ready. Can't come to us? No problem. We'll come to you with our mobile service. Fast, professional, local. Brian's Auto Glass, where clear vision starts.
Make Menards your destination for tools this holiday season. Works has solutions for your resolutions. Get a 20-volt drill and driver kit, only $24.99 after $25 rebate. A 5-tool combo kit is just $139 after $50 rebate. Pick up a mini cutter kit, only $69.99. A brad nailer kit, just $119 after $40 rebate. Hurry, these great deals won't last long. Save big on tools all month in store or on Menards.com.
Watch 19 News and Weather on YouTube. Just search and subscribe. WZMQ 19 News is always available for streaming 24/7, and it's free.
Unlike other health concerns, mental illness is not always easy to see.
D-E-P-R.
Mental illness doesn't show up on a scale. Bipolar? Sorting out a mental health concern takes professional diagnosis and treatment.
Anxiety. I thought so.
If you or a loved one has a mental health concern, don't go it alone. For 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral, call 1-800-662-HELP. Learn more at samhsa.gov/support.
Escanaba reporter Lily Simmons on WZMQ 19 News.
Final look at your forecast. We're getting closer to the weekend, and we always like the weekend to happen, but that's the coldest temperatures that we have in store for our 7-day. For tomorrow, we might get close to 30 degrees, but we're all going to be below freezing across the Upper Peninsula with some isolated and scattered snow showers for the Eagle Harbor area, the Marquette area, all the way out to Sault Ste. Marie. So the snow outlook over the next 48 hours will kind of waver around that chance and scattered range, and it tapers off at times, and that's when you can know that it's more so of that lake effect snow, because it just depends. If the lake effect snow band settles over top of you, we could have persistent snow, and then it just makes for difficult travel. Now, we've been trending below average, but actually now the 6 to 10 day outlook is slowly but surely starting to show a more neutral or possibly even warmer temperatures as we get closer to Christmas. So as we get closer to that time, I'll have more specific outlooks, but for the time being, we have snow and we have cold. So make sure to bundle up and cover the exposed skin, especially for your weekend.
Kelly, thank you again. And finally tonight, a major historic find out of eastern England. Archaeologists say they have proof of the earliest known case where human beings started and controlled fires. The researchers say heat-shattered flint axes and 2 pieces of a stone used for creating sparks were found at a site at Barnham, Suffolk. Those artifacts are 350,000 years older than the other fire-related items previously found at another site in northern France. The archaeologists say the tools prove these early people, who were likely Neanderthals, had the ability to start and stoke the flames. Prior to that, some humans may have harnessed fire from lightning strikes and other natural causes. That, however, was an unpredictable source. That's all the time we have for tonight, everyone. We'll catch you back here again tomorrow at 6/5 Central. See you then.
My first experience was probably 15 years ago. We have a 98 Ford Explorer, and we bought from a previous owner. Only had it like maybe 7 years, and there's not a spot of rust on it. The previous owners had it undercoated by other owners. This vehicle, we just had the undercoating here because up here in the UP, our winters are harsh, and if you have a nice automobile, you want to keep it nice.